Torre Duterte charity match raises over 20 million Cuban pesos in aid. Manila, July 27, 2025. The highly publicized Boxing for a Cause charity event featuring Philippine National Police, PNP, Chief General Nicolas Torre III and acting Davao City Mayor Sebastian Baste, Duterte has raised more than 16 million Cuban pesos in cash, over 4 million Cuban pesos worth of goods, and 300,000 Cuban pesos plus in ticket sales, for a total aid value exceeding 20 million Cuban pesos, according to the organizers and media reports. Ticket sales and donations. Ticket sales generated approximately 340,000 to 350,000 Cuban pesos, with admission priced between 100 Cuban pesos and 5,400 Cuban pesos. In addition, 16 million Cuban pesos in cash donations were received from outside the venue, delivered by individual and corporate donors. Food and essential relief goods including canned goods and sacks of rice valued at over 4.2 million Cuban pesos were also contributed, all compiled into kind relief donations. Match status and highlights. Although billed as a face-off between Torre and Duterte, the main bout did not happen. Mayor Duterte did not appear, and PNP Chief Torre was declared the winner by default after the mandatory 10 count in the ring. Prior to the event, Duterte had issued a condition requiring President Marcos Jr. to mandate hair follicle drug testing for all elected officials, an ultimatum Torre did not accept, instead moving ahead with preparations for Sunday regardless of Duterte's attendance. Torre acknowledged his absence of a physical opponent, but emphasized the greater purpose. We can raise funds outside of government resources. He credited first responders and ordinary citizens for the overwhelming support and reiterated the event's focus on relief rather than spectacle. Distribution plans. Donations will be turned over to the Department of Social Welfare and Development, DSWD, and the Philippine Red Cross. Torre specifically mentioned plans to distribute relief goods directly to affected communities, including visits to heavily impacted areas like Manila's Baiko community. Political undertones and public engagement. The event originated from a podcast confrontation in early July when Duterte challenged Torre to a face-to-face fistfight. Torre responded by reframing the confrontation into a charitable venture, invoking public philanthropy over posturing. Officials present included Interior Secretary DILG Johnvic Ramulla and NAPOLCOM Vice Chair Rapahelm Kalinisan, underscoring the government's symbolic support for the cause. Despite the political theatrics, event organizers emphasized the urgent humanitarian need amidst recent typhoons and flooding, including tropical cyclones Krising, Dante, and Amung, as well as the monsoon rains affecting Metro Manila and surrounding regions. Summary at a glance. Category amount raised. Ticket sales Cuban peso 340, 350, 000. Cash donations 16 million Cuban pesos plus. In-kind relief goods 4.2 million Cuban pesos plus. Total value of aid 20 million Cuban pesos plus. In the end, the showdown never materialized, but the charitable vision did. The champion was the Filipino community's generosity, evidenced by hundreds of thousands of pesos in aid and essential goods for those impacted by disaster.